You mentioned the bond that we're going to be voting on, Barry, so let's start with you on this next question. Washington County Bond Proposition number 9 is going to be on the ballot as well as each of your names. The school district is asking for the approval of a $185 million bond for new schools, additions, remodels, and land purchases. I spoke on the phone with Brent Bills, the business administrator at the district office, and he stated that Enterprise would receive none of the money from this bond. Do you support Bond Proposition 9? Why or why not?
That's a really good question. The superintendent came up and spoke to the faculty last week, and I really like his down-to-earth approach. He came and laid it out on the line, said the growth down in St. George is phenomenal. If they don't do something, they maybe have to have double sessions and everything like that. And then we had some really angry teachers in there saying, well, we have over at the elementary, we had the gym floor ripped out and put a tile floor in there. Why did that happen? Like, we have no voice up here at all. And he goes like this. It wasn't me, but I promise that I'll listen. It was something like that. I really feel strongly that he's going to be caring to our needs up here, and he says, well, if we don't pass that, there's definitely going to be some repercussions off the hill. If it does pass, he's going to work his best to get some of that money up here. So I really feel we need to support it.
The superintendent also was at our city council meeting last week and gave us the pitch on the $185 million bond, which none of the money is earmarked for Enterprise. After some questions, pointed questions that the city council presented to him, there's really no plans that they have for where they're going to spend any of that money. They have no plans inside. It's just they need the bond, so as the need comes, they can go ahead then and build what they need to build. A question that also came up is that I guess several years ago it was promised up here in the need for a middle school. And this is one thing that they talk about, emphasize the priority in the school district is for middle schools. They see the importance of it. Question was put to them, then where is the middle school for Enterprise? And that was danced around, and there is no plan for a middle school at this point or in the near future for the length of this bond. So I personally, I'm opposed to the proposition.
This proposition put me personally in a little bit of a bind because when the schools are in need of money, I feel like we need to fund what our children need. The problem I have is when they couldn't tell us what the exact plans were for the money. A lot of that unsure, well, we want $185 million, but we haven't decided yet where it's going to go. That's a little bit like, pass the bond and then we'll tell you what we're going to do with it. And that concerns me a little bit. And so I really have sat the fence on this one. Because of those lack of specifics, I too am opposed to the bond. And that's not going to be very popular with my employer. But I would be much more comfortable if I could see here is the exact place. Because I'm not as worried about are we at the top of the priority list or not. Yes, I think we need a junior high, and I desperately think we need one. Excuse me. But my biggest concern is, are the needs of the district going to be met, and will it be some accountability rather than just here's $185 million to do with as the district decides they want to do. And so that's my concern.
I've met with the superintendent and with the principal and discussed Proposition 9, the school bond matter. I think there's some things that are maybe a little bit unclear in the fact that the present school bond is expiring, and in reality the approximate $120 property tax assessment is just a continuation. So in technical terms, it's an increase if there's no continuation at the present level. Based on the information that I've seen, I have a belief that the pendulum swings back and forth, and there would be times when Enterprise will be better served with the bond money, and there'll be times when others will have a greater need. And I think I have a trust in the leadership of the school board, and based on what I've seen, I will be voting for Proposition 9.